Hey y'all, happy Vlogmas. Today I just thought I would share with you some no-knead breads. I have already shared my no-knead Dutch oven bread, just the basic plain bread. I have also shared the cinnamon raisin no-knead Dutch oven bread. Today I am making some garlic and rosemary bread, cinnamon raisin, and then jalapeno cheddar. I will go ahead and give you the basic no-knead Dutch oven bread recipe. This is super easy to modify, and that's how each of these are made. So for the basic no-knead Dutch oven bread, you will need to combine 4 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of instant dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of salt. You can add a little bit more if you'd like. I've started using 1 tablespoon of salt just because I prefer the flavor. And then 2 cups of lukewarm water. You don't want it to be too hot. You don't want it to be too cold. Just room temperature or slightly warmer. And then you are going to combine that all together. You're going to get a very tacky dough. And then you're going to let it rest for at least an hour and a half. You can let this sit, up to 24 hours. Or you can do it at the hour and a half. It needs to be at least an hour and a half though. This first round can be as long as, up to 24 hours, but it needs to be at least an hour and a half. Once you are ready to bake your bread, you are going to get a piece of parchment paper and a little bit of flour, and then dump your dough out onto your parchment paper. Then you are going to organize your bread. You are not kneading it. You're just folding it into itself until you get a smooth top. Once you get that done, you'll put the parchment paper with the dough inside of it back into the bowl to let it rest for another 30 minutes. While this is resting, you are going to take your Dutch oven and put it into your oven. Make sure the oven's cold. And then you are going to preheat your oven for 450 degrees. And then you just wait until the 30 minutes is up. And once the 30 minutes is up, your oven should be preheated. You're going to pull your Dutch oven out of the oven. And then you're going to place your bread, parchment paper and all, directly into the Dutch oven. Put the lid back on and put it into the oven. You're going to let this bake for 30 minutes. And then you are going to take off the lid and let it bake for another 15 minutes. And then you're going to take it out and let it sit on the counter. And I know it's super tempting to cut into a hot loaf of bread, but you want to let it sit there until it's completely cooled down. You can toast it after it's done. You need to let it rest and cool down because it will continue cooking on the inside while it is cooling. And if you don't let it rest, it will be very gummy and chewy bread. So you want to let it rest. Let it cool down completely, and then you can eat it. You're going to get the best result by doing that. So for the cinnamon raisin bread, into your bowl with all of your ingredients, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. In this video, I actually used white sugar, and I didn't use as much as you probably should. It tastes way better with brown sugar, and about a 1/4 cup is a good quantity. You're going to mix that all together, follow the same steps, except for whenever you get to the point, whenever you organize your bread, you're going to put a 1/2 cup of raisins on and fold those in while you're organizing it. You're not going to get quite as smooth of a surface on this one as you would on a, basic no-knead bread, because the raisins are going to be popping through. But do your best. Let it rest for 30 minutes, while you're letting your Dutch oven heat up. And then you just bake it. For the rosemary garlic one, you're just going to add to your dry ingredients a tablespoon of garlic and a tablespoon of rosemary, and you're just going to mix it up like normal, and then that's it. You just bake it. This is my personal favorite. I personally love the flavor of rosemary. It is delightful. So I would recommend giving this one a try. My husband's favorite is the cheddar jalapeno. So you just add to your dry ingredients, you're just going to add a tablespoon of garlic, and you're going to make it like normal. And then whenever you go to fold in your or organize your bread, you're going to fold in a diced up jalapeno and about a half a cup of cheddar cheese. You can add more or less jalapeno if you'd like. I've done this with 2 or 3 jalapenos, but you get the flavor of jalapenos without any heat with just one. However, if you really enjoy the flavor of jalapeno, you can add more. So yeah, that is my husband's favorite. Normal baking instructions on all of those. We really enjoy kind of mixing up this bread. If I try something new and exciting, I'll let you know. But this is a great bread recipe for novice bread bakers. I don't love baking. I always tell people that baking is a science and cooking is an art. And I don't like instructions telling me what I have to do. So I don't love baking. But I will make this. It's super easy. And we enjoy it. I can make other breads. I don't like doing it. I prefer to make this one. So that is all I have for you guys today. All of the recipes are linked down in the description. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Happy Vlogmas. Bye, y'all.